Hi, we're here with Jackie Chandler, who's the Executive Director of Sustainable Tahoe. Nice to have you in the studio.
Thank you very much, Dave.
All right, I want to talk about something that is very, very important. The way we're going to be doing business in Lake Tahoe and the rest of the country over the next few years in this century is going to be involving a concept called Geo Tourism.
Right.
Most people have no idea in the world what I'm talking about. What is Geo Tourism?
Well, if you think about when you travel, why do you travel? Why do people leave their home? Because they want to experience something that's different from their home. And when they experience to get a sense of place, they want to get a sense of the land, the culture, the heritage, all the pieces that make up a geographical place. So geotourism is getting connected like a local to those aspects of a place in a way that does no harm. So when you leave, it's like leave no trace. So when you come back, it's still there.
So if I understand it correctly, it is basically you're telling tourists that you are not just coming up here to pay a visit, you are now invested in our community by coming up here. That's what geotourism concept is.
Right. It connects you into what is truly unique about the area, but it reduces your carbon footprint in the process because of the way it sets up. And this is a really big challenge for Tahoe just because of the way our infrastructure is set up. I mean, just our transportation is very hard on our environment, as we know. And so one of the things we do for helping to realize a sustainable Tahoe is we demonstrate, well, how could we actually shift using what we have in a different way? And so our Tahoe Expo, which is an exposition of stewardship that leads by example, is where we showcase organizations that are out there protecting wildflowers, rivers, whatever they're doing out there, to be the guides of adventures. And we have half-day, full-day adventures where you show up at an assembly point, and then we help you see our wildlife, our medicine plants, raft down a river, kayak up the Truckee River with a biologist. We provide all these amazing experiences without cars, using boats, bikes, kayaks. We put together water taxis. We demonstrate this is what it would feel like so that people get a sense of it. And in the process of that, we empower the businesses that are committed to sustainability by having them provide the food, the shuttles, the kayaks, all the equipment, and everybody makes money, everybody wins. The people that are doing the good work, protecting the area, get exposure, and they get to share their knowledge, and the people, the visitors, are blown away. Even people that think they know everything about botany are blown away when a biologist takes them up into the marsh or the Truckee River.
So in other words, a geotourism tourist is somebody who comes up here and they just don't go gambling and throw a bunch of garbage on their front porch.
Right.
That's a person that comes up, brings their bicycle. They may not ride it as much at home, but they're going to ride it up here because this is what you do in Lake Tahoe.
That's becomes our culture.
They're going to go for hikes and they're not going to disturb the wildlife. They're going to appreciate the wildlife because this is what Lake Tahoe is. Is that a good way to put it?
That's very good. And some strong examples would be, for instance, British Columbia. They have grizzly bears. Now, we don't even have grizzly bears. We have black bears. We're not on their menu. But grizzly bears are different. And so for centuries, they've been killing the grizzly bears as a sport. And that sport now in British Columbia is, I think, $2.5 million annual for a guide and like that. But the viewing of grizzly bears,
that's
photo safaris,
that's even bigger.
70 million.
Jackie, you're going to be speaking tomorrow, 24th, 6:30 p.m. in Truckee.
Yep.
Tell us about that. We got about 15 seconds. Where exactly are you going to be?
I'm going to be at Goodness Sakes in Truckee at 6:30, speaking on simple, practical strategies for sustainable prosperity.
Great. Thank you very much. We covered a lot of ground. Thank you for helping us understand geotourism. And we're going to be back on the High Sierra Report right after this.